In the unforgiving heart of the wild, there's no room for mercy. Warthogs may be tough, but out here they're prey in a world ruled by tooth and claw. From ambushes in the tall grass to brutal takedowns by packs of predators, these are the savage moments when warthogs met their end. This is nature, raw, real, and merciless. Two unsuspecting warthogs playfully trot through the tall grass, unaware of the silent predator nearby. A leopard, cloaked in the golden light and shadows, stalks them with deadly precision. In a sudden blur of motion, it explodes from the brush, pouncing on one warthog and sinking its fangs deep into its flesh. The air is pierced by the warthog's desperate, chilling scream as it struggles in vain. Without mercy, the leopard drags its helpless prey into the dense undergrowth, vanishing with its prize. The warthog flees across the savannah, pursued relentlessly by a pack of wild dogs. With no options left, it plunges into a river, hoping the water will save it. But nature offers no sanctuary. Beneath the surface, a crocodile lies in wait. In a flash, jaws explode from the water, clamping down with brutal force. It's a real-life final destination, where every escape leads straight into another deadly trap. A lone warthog finds itself surrounded by a pack of relentless African wild dogs, their eyes locked with predatory focus. And the first strike is swift and brutal, but the warthog fights back fiercely, tusks slashing in defiance. Yet the pack is merciless, circling, biting, wearing it down with each passing second. Despite its valiant resistance, exhaustion takes hold, and the warthog collapses under the savage onslaught. In moments, the predators descend, feasting as the dust settles on another brutal chapter of the wild. A pack of wild dogs races across the open terrain, locked onto a fleeing warthog. Cornered and desperate, the warthog backs into a hole, using the narrow space to defend itself as the dogs taunt and circle, trying to flush it out. Suddenly, the warthog bursts forward, charging at one of the dogs and breaking free into a desperate sprint. But it's a trap. The pack quickly regroups, surrounding it with ruthless precision. In seconds, the warthog is caught, dragged down, and torn apart in a savage frenzy. The stillness of the grasslands is broken by a leopard lying low, its golden eyes locked onto a lone warthog grazing nearby. Every muscle is coiled with tension, a silent storm waiting to strike. Then, an explosion of power, the leopard erupts from the grass in a blur of speed, launching a fierce ambush. The warthog fights back, kicking and twisting in a desperate bid to escape. But the predator holds firm, and after a brutal struggle, the warthog falls, claimed by the leopard's lethal precision. In another chilling display of the wild's brutal efficiency, the leopard asserted its silent dominance. Hidden deep within the bushes, it lurked with deadly patience, waiting for the precise moment. Then, like a coiled spring released, it charged like a blur, a spire of muscle and fury. In an instant, it caught the unsuspecting warthog, grabbing it firmly by the neck and sinking its teeth deep. The poor warthog immediately lost the ability to move. Its struggle abruptly ended. The leopard, precise and powerful, had won once again, a master of the ambush. A fierce mother warthog stands her ground as danger closes in from all sides. Her only mission, protect her young at any cost. She charges headfirst into a pack of wild dogs, scattering them with fearless determination. Later, she stares down cheetahs, refusing to back away, her courage keeping death at bay. Flashbacks reveal this bravery is nothing new. She once faced a lioness as a piglet and lived to tell the tale. Her story is one of pure instinct, raw strength, and the unbreakable will of a warrior mother. A lone lioness locks onto a warthog hiding deep within its burrow, and what follows is a relentless display of raw persistence. She claws and digs for nearly half an hour, refusing to give up even as two curious hyenas arrive, only to grow bored and wander off. With sweat, dust, and sheer will, the lioness finally drags the warthog out, claiming her reward. Her eyes gleam with satisfaction as she savors the hard-earned kill, a meal won through patience and grit. To protect it, she disappears into the bush, vanishing with her prize into the safety of the shade. The scene turns gruesome as a hyena tears through the chaos, ripping a warthog's leg clean off with terrifying force. Bloodied and triumphant, it clenches the severed limb between its jaws, eyes wild with hunger. Without hesitation, the hyena turns away from the dying warthog and trots into the brush. Hidden among the shadows, it settles in to feast, crunching bone and flesh with brutal satisfaction. In the wild, survival is savage and nothing is wasted. A hyena lopes into the brush, a torn warthog leg clenched tightly in its jaws. It settles into the shadows, away from prying eyes, and begins to devour its prize. Each crunch echoes the brutal reality of survival where nothing goes uneaten. Focused and unbothered, the hyena gnaws through bone and muscle with primal efficiency. In the silence of the bush, the feast continues, gruesome, raw, and entirely natural. Three powerful Gardenia brothers descend upon a warthog, tearing into it with terrifying coordination while it's still alive and struggling. One lion clamps down on the warthog's head as another rips mercilessly at its body, the air filled with muffled squeals and snarls. Blood stains their manes as the feast rages on, each brother taking his share with ruthless efficiency. Eventually, one lion drags the half-eaten prey to a new spot, continuing the meal in eerie calm. As the sun sets, the coalition rests, satisfied, silent, and soaked in the savagery of their kill. Zebras and warthogs share the same dry clearing, tension simmering beneath the surface. Suddenly, a zebra strikes out with a brutal kick, slamming a warthog to the ground and sending it into violent spasms. As the injured animal twitches in the dust, another warthog cautiously approaches, seemingly checking on its fallen companion. Seconds feel like eternity. Then, against all odds, the warthog slowly rises and limps away. In the harsh world of the wild, danger doesn't always come with fangs. A massive rhino calmly feeds on hay, surrounded by unsuspecting warthogs picking at scraps nearby. Without warning, the mood shifts. The rhino suddenly lunges forward with explosive force, slamming into a nearby warthog and launching it through the air. The sheer speed and power of the strike leave no room for escape. The warthog lies still, the brutal message carved into the dust. In the wild, even the peaceful have limits. Warthogs linger cautiously, sipping from the muddy edges as they claim a quiet moment near the water. But the ground begins to tremble. An elephant approaches, massive and unbothered, sending the warthogs fleeing in a burst of panic. As time passes, more giants arrive, asserting dominance and pushing the smaller creatures even farther back. Yet the warthogs don't stray far, watching from a distance, inching closer whenever the chance arises. In this delicate dance of power, survival means knowing when to yield and when to return. As animals scatter to make way for the approaching giant, one creature dares to stand its ground, a stubborn warthog refusing to yield. The The elephant flares its ears and unleashes a thunderous trumpet, shaking the air in a show of dominance. But the warthog doesn't budge, locked in a silent standoff with the towering beast. Tension boils over, and with a swift, punishing motion, the elephant strikes out with its trunk, sending the warthog tumbling. Even in the wild, courage comes at a cost. Every moment in nature is a battle for survival, and not every creature makes it out alive. For the warthog, strength and courage aren't always enough against the jaws of nature's most ruthless predators. These brutal encounters remind us, in the animal kingdom, survival isn't promised, it's earned. Until next time, stay wild.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.